Just want to start off by saying I'm still in disbelief that Gary O'Neill was in that manager's dugout for Wolves for this game against West Ham. He then proceeded to select a bizarre lineup. Semedo and Doherty in the same team. Semedo right centre back. Yes, he needed to make changes from Everton, but the lineup was weird. Although first half, I thought we defended okay. But West Ham were there for the taking. But again, similar story. Set piece defending, horrendous. We probably should have gone in and 1-0 up. João Gomez's chance. Whip ball in from Doherty. And he skies it wide. Second half, Gary O'Neill made one of the most bizarre substitutions I've ever seen in my life when he brought off Strand Larsen for Guedes. He also brought Bellegarde on. Obviously, because he absolutely loves Bellegarde. He's like his teacher's pet. But to take Larsen off in that situation is just laughable. We go 1-0 down from... We just let Souček do what he wants. Our set-piece defending is horrendous. That's 14 goals we've conceded from set-pieces now, despite sacking our set-piece coach. And he just loops in over Johnston's head, who just looks at it when it's in. Wasn't a corner, admittedly. Lamina won the tackle and it come off their player for me, but still horrendous defending. While we're on officials, they were so bad tonight. We could have had 2 penalties. We probably should have had 2 penalties, especially the Guedes one. How that's not been given as a penalty, I'll never know. And then the Bellegarde one, you've got to shout for that as well. But still, despite that, it's still not good enough for Wolves at all. We equalised from Doc. Great goal, great finish. But how many times are we going to concede straight after getting back in the game? I think that's, after scoring, that's like 3 goals now where we've conceded straight away. As soon as we get back into it, equalise or go ahead, they just score straight away. We just give the goal away. It's just weak mentality, poor management, poor organisation from the players on the pitch. Why ain't Lamina grouping them together and saying, right lads, next 5, keep it tight, we've got the equaliser, let's try and go on and win it, but nah. Just so poor. And even at 0-0, 8 Nori, literally straight after half time, he could have laid in Doherty to put us 1-0 up and just boots it out. Just some of our decision making is laughable. Cunha's been quiet as well since his brilliant performance at Fulham. It's just, Gary O'Neill just looked like a broken man on the sidelines. Didn't know what to do, looked desperate. They were showing Matt Hobbs up in the stands. Why didn't he get rid of him after Everton? There's a picture doing the rounds of Steve Cooper in Wolverhampton, but apparently he told the bloke who he took a picture with he's not there to be interviewed for the Wolves job. But we've got a massive game against Ipswich coming up next. And if we don't win that, I think we're down anyway. I finally have let it sink in that we are going to get relegated. If we don't beat Ipswich, it pretty much confirms it, final nail in the coffin. We're 4 points off it now. And we're just so bad at defending. What's that, 38 goals conceded now? Laughable. Amateur stuff. And it's because of Gary O'Neill. But the people you've got to blame the most are Fosun and Jeff Shee. This sell to buy bollocks, man, it's just killed us. Absolutely killed us. Not getting in a centre half into the summer has killed us. Selling all our best players the last few years has killed us. Once upon a time, under Bruno Lage, we were pushing top 4, top 6. We let Adama go out on loan. Even under Gary O'Neill, around the January time, we've got a few players in. We had an FA Cup run. We could have been pushing up towards Europe. Whether we'd have done anything anyway with Gary O'Neill is another thing to be said, but we need to get rid of the manager and replace him. But I think most of all, we need new owners. It showed the stats. We've had a net spend of 117 million. We've received 117 million since the summer of 2023. They've given up. They don't want to spend anymore. They can keep using the FFP as their excuse, but they don't want to pump any more money, and they're just going to keep selling off our best assets, try and find gems to replace them, the likes of Pedro Lima, Rodrigo Gomez, etc., etc. And it's not going to work. It'll catch up with you, and we're going to get relegated this season because of it. I don't think it matters who we bring in. We are down. We are a rotten football club from top to bottom. We're paying the most we've ever paid for season tickets in the Fosun era and ever, I think. I think it's ever. There's the most we've ever paid for a season ticket. And it's an absolute disgrace. Jeff Shee, you want to be ashamed of yourself. I've had enough. I've had enough.